Fireball!
Thunderbolt!
Welcome back to Cheap Fun, the show where we look at cheap or sometimes free games and let you know if they're fun and if they're worth trying out. Today we are looking at Mage Arena. It's a brand new game that just started blowing up on things like TikTok and YouTube Shorts, and its claim to fame is wizard battles, but you use your voice to actually cast the spells.
Freeze!
Oh, it's taking the internet by storm with its fun, chaotic, and interesting premise. And today we're going to be diving in and letting you know if it is worth giving a try. Currently, the game is incredibly cheap at just $2.99 on Steam. Originally, it was being sold for $4.99, but due to some bugs, it has now been reduced to $2.99, which is just incredibly cool of the developers to do something like that, even though the game is blowing up in popularity. The game's main claim to fame is, of course, its voice chat enabled spells. Proximity chat in co-op games recently has been incredibly popular, so it's cool to see a new game use it in such an interesting and unique way. In the game, you choose between a sorcerer and a warlock. At its most simple, this game is about fighting each other using spells, mostly, and also little things you can find around the map, like little items and even this little golem guy who will actually help you out. You can also straight up find a dagger, which I suppose would be pretty effective against a wizard if you're able to catch one by surprise. At the time, there are currently two modes, a one-on-one duel and a larger big battle kind of mode. The duel is pretty straightforward. You and one other person are dropped into a pretty small arena with some pillars to hide behind, given your spell book, and there's random items scattered around the map. Using all of this, you get into a screaming match of fireballs and magic missiles and even wormholes as you try to kill each other a couple times using magic. The larger battle mode spawns you and a couple of allies into a stronghold and puts you into this pretty big dark fantasy map in which you are supposed to find flags and raise them to prevent your enemies from spawning as you try to kill each other and eventually be the last ones alive. However, your enemies are not the only dangerous thing on this map. There are several small, almost bosses around the map, like this giant frog and this Lich King guy, I guess, who just murdered me in one shot in a graveyard. Honestly, in this game mode, wandering off alone is pretty scary. The very cool atmospheric dark fantasy vibe is pretty eerie when you're on your own, especially knowing that at any corner there could be a huge boss ready to kill you or someone else screaming fireball at the top of their lungs, only to see your life, of course, flash before your eyes in a giant fiery ball of fire.
Fireball! Thunderbolt!
All in all, while there's not an incredible amount to do in this game at the moment, it is super fun just to play and to fight your friends in, as everyone can kind of just get into this kind of crazy state of voice acting where your fireballs are just, you're screaming at the top of your lungs and it feels like you're really there being engulfed in fire. It is really a fun time. Especially considering the price, I absolutely recommend this game to give it a try with your friends and just really soak in the vibes and get to yell spells and see things blast out of your body. Ooh, yikes. Good game. I like it. Thank you guys so much for watching. I would really appreciate a subscribe. I'm trying to get to 1,000 subscribers by the end of August. I've been at this YouTube thing for 10 years now, and I am still in the less than 1,000 camp. So I would really, really appreciate any kind of support. If you want to see any kinds of videos, cheap fun or otherwise, feel free to comment. Let me know what I did wrong, because I'm sure I did a lot wrong. And get some sleep. Go to sleep sooner than you have been. I don't think you've been getting enough sleep. I definitely haven't, so I definitely don't think you have been. Bye-bye!
Freeze!
Oh,
Thunderbolt!
Fireball!
Divine light! Divine light, please! Divine light, divine light! Ah, God, light up! Oh, Jesus Christ!
Freeze!
Fireball!
Come here, you. Fireball!
No, please!
Freeze!
Oh no, please! I have a family!
Fireball!
No, no, let me!
Freeze!
No!
Freeze! Freeze! Freeze, please. Freeze?
Freeze!
Freeze? What?